We're back. Before I jump into this, I wanted to thank everyone for who kind of like asked about us and said, I hope everything's going great. That was really awesome. So just so that you all know why we were gone, we were, for one thing, super pregnant. I was super pregnant. And we were home hunting because that barn dominium build fell through. We had the new baby and then we were moving to this new house that we're currently in. And then we were just busy being parents of two under two, which is mind-blowingly exhausting. But for those of you that are doing it right now, kudos to you. But anyway, so right now I'm actually in what will be my office in the new house. So if you hear me echoing a little, the room's kind of empty right now and you can see all of my boxes still on here. But by the way, this that you see, it's not a desk, it's actually a bar. So nice entertaining area, but also my office. And behind the camera that I know you can't see is just this open, empty room with like a propane fireplace. It's beautiful. Very excited. But obviously the reason we're in this is because we didn't end up building the barn dominium yet. So those of you that followed specifically for that, sorry it's not happening right now. But our plan right now is to live in this house for 3 years or so, and then build our barn dominium. Hopefully supply chain stuff will have settled, so it'll be a little more affordable. And we won't have, any time crunches really, because we'll have a house that fits our family. And I do not intend to have a third kid anytime soon, or at all, frankly, but things happen. So that's what we're going to do right now. And then once we leave this house, we're actually going to Airbnb it. We'll, do a few touch-ups, but it's really adorable. It's got like brick walls throughout, that some of them have been painted. It's just very cute, and I think it'll do well as an Airbnb, which is great because we've said in other videos that we wanted to get started in real estate anyway, so why not start here? So no more barn dominium for right now, but we do still intend to build that. We liked the design. We had made it exactly what we wanted. But hopefully we'll have, a few more dollars in our pocket 3 years from now so we can really, maybe instead of having to do a walk-in pantry in just the basement, we can finish that part of the basement. There will be more options available to us. So the other exciting thing that literally just happened is we listed our house in Connecticut. So we purchased that house in 2014 for like $119,500, I think is what it ended up being. So $120,000. And then the market is still so crazy, especially for starter homes, that we listed it yesterday. We listed it yesterday morning for $140,000. And by the end of the day, we had an offer for $150,000. So things are going well. We didn't accept that offer yet because that was just yesterday, and I think so far there's like 15 more showings today. So we'll wait till the end of the day to accept an offer. But it's really awesome when it's a seller's market. So, I mean, it worked out. It couldn't have worked out any better, really, as far as, if the barn dough had to fall through. I'm so grateful that where we moved in Binghamton, the market wasn't as crazy. We offered asking price for our house, and it seemed like a very reasonable price. And we'll probably be able to sell our house in Connecticut for, a lot. So we're very excited there. And that's for a 2-bed, 1-bath, 800 square foot, basically cracker box, by the way. So very exciting. So our current plan for the property, obviously we still do eventually want to build, but we're not just going to be sitting on our hands until then. We have gone to it probably every other day to go walking with the family and the dog, but it's kind of our 2-month-old is extremely heavy. He's in like the 99th percentile, so he's like bigger and heavier than 99% of babies. So once we're trying to clear a trail from, the beginning of the property where the road is back to the creek, so that we can take the stroller on it because we've got a double stroller. Shout out to my sister-in-law, thank you. For the stroller. So right now we're working on the trail, and we're even like labeling it with spray paint, and eventually we're going to keep working on the trail. So instead of going straight back to the creek, it's going to curve around basically the whole perimeter of the property. So that's our plan for what season is it right now? Summer. The summer and fall. That'll probably take a long time. It's a 50-acre parcel. And then in the winter, that's the best time to prune apple trees. And there are actually already some apple trees on there. They have a lot of really little stunted apples, and there's also a lot of apple trees in the woods all neatly in a row that are dead. But that tells me that maybe those little stunted apple trees are not crab apples. They might be real, like, yummy, edible apples for people. We just need to prune them up and clean them up. So, because at some point there was an intentional orchard here. So that's what we're going to do in the winter, and then we're also going to plan the layout. Our next video, we will be at the property, and I'll show you. You'll see the beautiful view. I fall in love with it more every time we go. The next time we go to the property, I'll show you where we're going to put our terraced gardens, because there's kind of, it is lightly sloping, and I think it would be quite beautiful if we had like terraced gardens down that slope, and that's at the back of it. So anyway, I'll go into detail on that in the video where we talk about that next time. But we're going to do some terraced gardens, and we could, if we wanted to, get started on those. We're going to try to get a 40-foot shipping container on the property. Those are super expensive right now, but so that we have somewhere to store and lock our equipment, so we can maybe get our tractor up there, and we can get, my husband could get his wood mill so that we can start milling our own planks, or at least, you know, create flat surfaces on wood so we can stack them together to make the borders of those gardens. So there's a lot going on. There's a lot that we can do now, and it's going to be really exciting. I'm excited. There's good things coming. So it's not the end of the world that, despite the title of that video, sorry, it was a little dramatic. It's not the end of the world. It's not the end of the American dream either. So we're excited. So in the next video, you'll see terraced gardens. We'll show you some apple trees. We'll show you the trail, and we'll show you the creek that the trail goes to. So stay tuned. Thank you all for your patience while we kind of got our lives a little more under control. And stay tuned for next time. Thanks.